So here we go. I hope this is helpful to someone. Today is compost day, and I started this one before I thought about making a video. So I'm about halfway through, and what you can see on top there is a mix of ivy, green leaves, brown leaves, and there's a whole lot of other stuff layered under it. So I'll go through the main materials if I can. What I'm going to try and do here is make a heap about 5 foot, 6 foot even by 6 foot, and at least 4 foot high, if not more. I just want a piece of junk. Wow. Go. Okay, so materials. First of all, horse manure. I get it fresh out of the stable if I can. Try not to take stuff that's out in the rain too long with the goods washed out of it. This is where that stuff that I have on top just came from. So I've green and brown leaves there. Some more green there with a lot of conifer now. Wouldn't put too much of that in. Seaweed. Lovely, lovely seaweed. More seaweed. Just brown leaves. So what I'm aiming at here is to do 2/3 brown and 1/3 green. Bit more green stuff in there with leaves. And just to give it a little bit of a kick, I have coffee grounds. Right. So what I'll do here, I'll build up this heap and I'll leave it about 4 days until it heats up. I can explain the heating up on another day, but for now this will heat through bacterial action. I'll probably turn it if I can get space. I'm running out of space now. I'll turn it after about 4 days, leave it another 2 or 3 days, and then I'll bag it up. Now all my bags are in there and there's plastic all over, but they're normally covered. I uncovered them this morning because the covers blew off last week and they got very wet. So so after the turning outside, okay, you can see I put 4 poles in there to fill, so that I can fill the bag. Then I place this pipe in the centre. You see this hole is drilled all the way down to the bottom, and that creates an airflow. Right? It's sitting on a pallet. You can see they're all on pallets. Now the problem I have with this one really is that it got wet in the recent rain, and it's too wet, and the composting process has slowed down. So what I will do with this now is I'll put in a lot of coffee grounds. Coffee grounds, you can get in nearly any supermarket that sells coffee. I mean hot coffee, like cups of coffee. We'll have waste coffee grounds and only glad to get rid of them. So I'll put in layers of coffee grounds into these 3 bags now because they have stopped. And I'll top them up then with a bit of manure and maybe some green stuff, but it'll be more green than brown going on top of that now because I need to get the action going again. So I suppose the main thing really is to keep them covered. Now what I do to cover them, try and show this now, try to hold the phone. No, so when my bag is filled, I put a piece of pipe across it and I'll put another one from the other 2 sides, and that keeps the cover off it and keeps a bit of an airflow. Right? Now, I suppose the only difficulty with composting, something everybody needs to know, is, right, there's a hole there, so there's a furry creature in there somewhere. I'm not too bothered, I'll get him later with a trapper, there's plenty of cats around, you know. The only thing he did do is he ate his fucking way through that pipe, and there's shreds of plastic all the way in there. I can see his droppings now. Yeah, get a trap in there tonight and I'll get the fucker. Yeah, I'm not overly bothered by them, but I just don't like to see them around the place because I'm in a built up area, and if we get rats, people will blame me. You know, there's rats everywhere anyway. But so okay, so if you need anyone who's contemplating starting a garden in the next year, now would be a good time to start making compost. If all you had was this stuff, leaves and green leaves and brown leaves, make a mix of, in this case now because the leaves are fairly thick, big heavy leaves, I'd nearly do a half and half mix. Just make a big pile of it, put it into a sack, put it in a corner, keep it dry, and you'll get great compost out of that next year. Alright, now I've work to be doing. Good luck.